Good morning. I'm kind of losing my voice again, so hopefully you can hear me. It's really, everything's been, I've had so many ideas in my mind the past few weeks, and then this past week. And then it comes up with, I wake up this morning with a strong message in my head of St. Francis' message of sharing your light. And I'm going, there's so many things. Why are we always so fearful of being ourselves? And a big thing is judgment. We don't allow ourselves to just be and explore all that we can, because we're always afraid of being judged, to step forth. Someone's going to say something. We're not going to be accepted. This is a repeated pattern that we're always going through. And it's really very hard to get past it. Now, bear with me, my brain's going a lot faster than my mouth at the moment. Anyway, what popped in my head just a little bit before I started here was the old TV program, Mission Impossible, where they come up and say, Agent 007, so to speak, this is your mission if you choose to take it. And isn't that really where we're at? Discovering our purpose on this earth, discovering what we're here to do. And if we choose to take it, and when you choose to say, okay, I'm going to make that step forward, I'm going to do this, it's scary, because all of a sudden you're hit with all of the insecurities, all of the judgments, all of the self-image ideas of feeling you're not perfect, where in reality, you're light, you're love, you're spirit, and you're perfect. But we have so many burdens on us that, we've held on to. And it's really a time to let go and to make this step forward. Now, every week, I usually find a message or something on Facebook that I find, really I'm aligned with. And Facebook or any social media, it has its issues. We're trying to balance things out. People are trying to find their voices, put things out. And sometimes, we rock back and forth. There's a lot of violence and there's a lot of positiveness in this world. So, for today, for this space, let's look at the positive energy that Facebook offers. There's many beautiful messengers that share from their heart. And you realize these people are just like us, but they've taken that one step. They share with the words that come through their heart actions. And today I'd like to bring out actually a friend. Her name is Mia, and a young woman who's gone through a lot of self-reflection, a lot of ups and downs, but she has a beautiful way of expressing herself. And I have one of her blogs listed on my page, Alive Fresh, because it's really very reflective of what we're going on. And it all has to do about soul missions, finding What is your mission in life? And she explains through her own reflections. And this is what's important. We're going through things individually. We're also going through things collectively. So we reflect each other. We mirror each other. So sometimes if you come across a problem that you don't get, or you can't find you can't understand or find an answer for or a direction for, sometimes you'll see a message that triggers you. But the thing is, all these triggers are to open your mind a little bit. And in opening your mind, you find your own answers within. And this is your mission, your soul mission at the moment. To value yourself, to not judge yourself, to come from the heart in your actions, words, and deeds, and to start to see the perfection of life. Because when you do this, this is when you anchor in that energy into the planet right now. And this is a very important thing for you to be doing. Now, I'm just going to read some of Mia's words. Last week she wrote one of her blogs. She goes, you may feel your truth being challenged lately. You're merely being nudged by the universe to stand more firmly in who you truly are. You're not here to adapt to any social norms. Again, we constantly are finding ourselves imperfection. We see ourselves as being not perfect. The world around us, media, are saying you have to look a certain way, act a certain way, follow a religion in a certain way. And it's that constant judgment, the constant fear of being judged, and not just being comfortable with ourselves or what we believe within our own heart and our own spirit. She goes on to say, you're not here to adapt to any social norm. You're precious and unique. You have been created with your own unique gifts to carry out your soul purpose, which serves others. Once you find yourself, you find there's so many like you. And this takes a lot of inner work. Nobody's going to make it happen for you. Only you will make it happen for you. We're brought up to believe, oh, find somebody who's going to teach you. Find somebody who's going to tell you all the answers. Well, people can give you ideas. They can say things to help you unfold your own inner wisdom. But it's up to you to be discerning and to find what is right for you. She also goes on this passage, not everyone will understand or know how to appreciate you, but your mission is definitely here to serve those who are in need of it, while fulfilling your own soul as you do it. Again, finding yourself. It's a very popular term in the 60s, which I'm a part of that generation. It was always said, we gotta find ourselves. And here we are in 2018, still trying to find ourselves. So isn't it about time that we finally get our acts together and do this? Then, excuse me, she has on her blog today, she goes, recurrent issues may be coming up for you in your physical reality, which may sting and leave you feeling uncomfortable. This has a specific purpose. Do not be discouraged, but to try to take a good look at what this represents for you. We are here to learn while seeking to manifest our higher beings. These situations provide us with sacred opportunity to rise higher than the initial sting and see things from a different perspective. While there are situations we're able to move away from knowing we deserve to be honored, some situations are designed in ways we have to currently deal with, and this truly has a higher meaning. Some older wounds need to be healed and cleared. We definitely have needs, and they're to be honored, but the universe knows when you're ready to see beyond this and heal. You're stronger and greater than you realize. You have the capability to see higher and understand where others are coming from and why they're stuck in their limiting versions of themselves. Again, this brings out the point of this journey. We reflect each other. It's a journey of inner seeking, of finding your own inner wisdom, of bringing your own light and unique talents to the world, of facing your fears. See what causes them, and to look at them with a different perception, to see why they exist in your life, and to let them go. Fear is an energy of insecurity, of patterns that you may have faced in many lifetimes, but maybe it's time to free yourself, to become like that butterfly I have over here, to start to spread your wings because you deserve it. Many of us are putting these messages out because we go through the same things and we reflect on things and we hope to come up with some answers in our own inner wisdom, and maybe in sharing from our hearts, our ups and our downs. It's not about, we're changing from the me collective into the we collective. We're moving from self-absorption, judgment, power, all controlling issues into what can we do for all of us? What can we do to make us all safe? What can we do to help the planet? What can we do to replenish the planet that we live on? And to realize that all life, all lives, whether human or non-human, matter. That they're not here. The animal world is not here to serve us. The plant consciousness is not here to serve us. We are all on this planet to exist and co-create together. Going on with Mia's blog, it goes in understanding where others are coming from and why they're stuck in their limiting versions of themselves. We come to the point of being beings of compassion and understanding. And doesn't that feel right to you? Instead of all the hurt that we're seeing, wouldn't it be wonderful to be in a world where people respect each other? And this is not a new agey idea. This is something that we have the possibility to create now. So again, when we come up with the Mission Impossible, scenario, this is your mission if you so choose it to be. Make that decision. What is it? Do you want to live in that world of fear and control? Or do you want to live in a world of joy, abundance, And abundance is many things. It's not just material things. It's a sense of peace. It's a sense of light. It's a sense of creativity, of beauty, of freedom. You have that choice. Now, in discussing these things, now Mia, like I said, she's a reflection of what everybody goes through too. And she has the beautiful ability to share the words. And that's why I shared those with you today. Now another aspect, it's hard for me to also come out. I've had to face my own fears, my insecurities, why am I even doing this? And the thing thank you, Charlie, glad to see you. One of the things I wanted to bring forth is I am at times, words are inadequate sometimes. I think one of my friends had mentioned, good friend Liz in Australia, about sometimes you bring through messages or you share messages or guided messages and you're overshadowed by a larger energy or you're inspirited by that. And for me, it's working with the Cosmic Mother, which is the Divine Mother of the East and of the West cultures. The Western cultures is Mother Mary. The Eastern cultures is Kuan Yin, Goddess of Compassion, one who hears the cries of the world, of the children of the world, and we're all the children of the world, no matter what age we are. Now, sometimes the messages that I share with you have come through my own being, as guided by her. And other times I have oracle cards of the Divine Mother, Mary, and of Kuan Yin oracles. Today I'll be sharing the Kuan Yin oracle to bring forth a something I think that's very timely. Now, I'd like to bring, I have been very blessed to have many ancient relics that I share when I can. And this is one of them, Kuan Yin. A very old temple piece, very old age. She's standing on a dragon. As she aligns with the consciousness of humanity, which is brought forth, expressed symbolically as the waters. The water is a consciousness. And she surfs with the dragon through Eastern mysticism. The dragon is an energy which breaks through all obstacles. She helps you break through all obstacles. So the card that I picked through guidance was one called the Dynasty of the Divine Mother. And this card is also the guidance not to fear your spiritual path appears to be losing some focus to matters of the day-by-day world. Your spiritual focus will return when the time is right. But for now, look what is happening in your life. As spiritual practice and trust, you're progressing with perfection. Enlightenment doesn't happen in an obviously spiritual place. You don't always have to be in the cave or to be the sage. You have taken on the very, very difficult spiritual practice of being in the real world, of revealing, of working with all your issues of facing other people, of learning how to react, how to hold your own, how to find your own peace. Good morning, Dale. Every once in a while, all of you catch my eye here. It says, let your heart rest peacefully, knowing that your spiritual light is shining brightly and glowing deeply, and not to give up. That you are in the world and you're facing all the challenges of life, being here and trying to be a good person, trying to offer help to those that are needing. It can be very discouraging because you're not only dealing with finding yourself, you're trying to deal with others who are very hurting and they're facing the same problems. Like I said, social media has a positive effect of bringing people together that would not normally come together. It has the positive effect of people being able to share messages to help each other. So let's, instead of always looking at the negative, let's try to start looking at the positive aspects, even though sometimes you don't feel it. Let's refocus. This is how we're going to change the world. You have that choice. What kind of world do you want to live in? What do you want in your own environment? What do you want to experience? Do you want to constantly feel sad? Do you want to constantly feel imperfect? Do you constantly want to feel judged? Those are fear issues that have been patterned in us so that we hold back, that we're afraid to share our thoughts or to be different or not to be accepted. I think this is a common thing. The young people coming in that are doing the marches, listen to some of their stories. There was one young woman that came out that said, look at the people that are hurting other people. Those are the ones that are being bullied. Those are the ones that we turn our backs on. Those are the ones that we say, oh, they're different. They're the loners. They're weird. We don't understand them. So what do? Let's bully them. Let's show them we're better. We're more perfect. They're more, they don't fit into our image of what we think is right. We're not looking at a person as a soul. We're looking at them as some kind of objects that society has put all kinds of definitions on. So they can't handle all this pressure both society and their peers are coming up across. And without support, they act out. They act with violence. This is not right. But let's see it for what it is. And let's make a change. That's what doing the acts of compassion, just being kind. If you see somebody that's different, why do we judge people? Why can't we see that they have hearts, they have souls just like we do? Why do we put them in the judgments? They have to be certain ways. Why do we judge ourselves? This is things that we need to start thinking about. And when you think about them, what a major step that is. Because now you're ready to see things differently. And this is what all these talks are about. Looking at life differently, in a more positive. We've gone through all the old controlling ways of how people perceive us, of being afraid. So isn't it time that we make that choice, your mission, your soul mission, as they say, if you choose? No one can take that power away from you. It doesn't matter what culture you're in, what kind of religion you follow. We're all part of one beautiful light source, of one beautiful heart source. And you can make that choice to be different in your home. And maybe not to be afraid, because all these messages, even like Mia, who has found so much persecution, both personally and going through her own ancestral healing, she comes out with the words of saying, we can do this. Look at these positive messages. Choose what the mission you want it to be. This is, and speak. Find your voice. Don't be afraid. Be kind. Look at people with new eyes. Look at people as you want them to look at you. It's hard. I come on these live programs every 20 years. I've hid because of the same issues that everybody else has. And now I've gone to the point of, well, now I think I can reflect to you different ideas, or maybe help you find your own inner knowledge by just being an example of all the hurts and wrong things you can experience. Experience teaches us a lot of things. Speaking out, I've put myself in a position where on these live talks, some people have come and, have made judgments. They say things. And, you try to blow it off, but it does rattle you. And then you start to see, well, they have their own issues. So when you start to look at things, at the bigger picture, it helps. And that's what all these talks are about, to help empower you to find your own beauty, to give you the strength that you need to find yourself. And in finding yourself, you will help others. Now, the one strong other message that came through today I want to share is a prayer of St. Francis of Assisi. Lord, make me the instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, joy. Where there is sadness, joy. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. A divine master, and that's your heart within you. Grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, and to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. You're in a period of rebirth. Let's help each other find the strength to move ahead. And you can do this in your own experiences when you've gone through a challenge. Realize that's the spirit of your own strength, of your own light and love. And reach out to others through some, just being the compassionate hearts that you are. And you know what's interesting is you find out that's your natural state of being. It's not something you're going to go take a course and learn. It's not something that you have to suffer to learn. It's just what you are. Your love incarnate. That's how all you are. And I hope that we can help you start to realize this. And it's not an ego thing. It's a feeling in your heart. And that's what we're doing. All these messages that are brought forth by so many people. You can see the world awakening, but let's move into that focus of seeing the beauty of life instead of getting lost into all the chaos that we've been seeing. Let's take that step forward and finding your own light. And stepping forward, I'm also branching out. I mentioned this because I just did it last week and I'm scared silly. I started a YouTube channel of videos. I put on these, download these videos from Healing Humanity, and also to share some of my other journey of maybe the near-death experiences, life cycles, end-of-life experiences, the ancient cultures, about Atlantis and Lemuria, and to the ancient relics I have here, the Kuan Yins, the Buddhas, the ancient crystal skulls. So I will be able to diversify a little bit more, to talk about healing and what it's, there's so many things. So I'm stepping forth more and expressing, letting people know that there's a little bit more. Because I know in sharing, it helps triggers others. Oh, Renee, I feel for you. The post-traumatic, you're experiencing your multi-dimensional selves all at once. And it's enough to make you feel insane and crazy and what's going on. But just look at it as the beauty of what's within you. You're seeing, you can be able to heal all the hurts, and you're going to see the beauty of your light. So let's look at things positively. So I ran out of time. Thank you for being on this journey with me. Thank you for listening to the other messages we bring through. And I want to thank Mia for stepping forth into her own light. Like I said, on my page, Elia Frisch, I have some of her postings. I'm still working on my being technology challenged here, so that's why I don't go. To add all this typing, because anybody that knows me, my typing is a whole different language. Beautiful lights, just realize your soul purpose and think of the words of that prayer of St. Francis Assisi. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. In your heart, that's where your soul mission lies, to be instruments of peace in this world. Many, many blessings to all of you. And until next week, until we journey into more understanding together. And remember, we're changing from a me world into a we world. Maybe that's not a catchy term, but that's what it is. And remember, all lives, human and non-human are here on this planet to coexist and be in love and light. So until next week, thank you, and thank you for just being with me on this journey to explore our lights together. Take care and have a blessed week. Thank you.